I'm going to start with if deku was OP because I had an amazing idea. And I'm sorry for not uploading for a while. So let's get into it. And this is going to be what if deku had a bear quirk. All bears. And of course, going to be called King of Bears. God of Bears, I'm sorry. And now let's get into it. Deku's born, and he doesn't have his bear mutation yet. Because it's a mutation / transformation quirk. We time skip until he's 4. Deku has been outside for a while. His mom is watching him, but something's going on. His quirk is activating. His body is mutating between white fur, black fur, brown fur, white and black fur. All type of bear fur. From big bears to small bears to medium bears. All sizes, all colors of bear. All colors of bears. And then he lets out a growl. Ginormous sharp claws grow from his hands. And he gets fur. He gets fur, claws. Bear manipulation, because he can, if any bears are around, he can manipulate them, and he can manipulate bear type quirks. And he can transform into any type of bear, even polar bears. And he has a yin yang manipulation when he's in the white and black, the panda form, his white form, his polar bear form. He has ice manipulation, temperature manipulation. He can make it drop. For the grizzly bear, he can control the forest and so on and so forth. And with her family's genes being in Deku, here's what her family's genes are going to have. On his mother's side, his grandpa has a water manipulation quirk, and he can manipulate small bodies of water. And with his mother, she has any voice, but can only whisper to big animals. And she doesn't have that favorite bug that Koda has. His mom still has telekinesis, but he won't. You'll see. And on his dad's side, he has ice manipulation. Then his mother had cloud manipulation. Darkness manipulation. She can control small amounts of. She can manipulate shadows and stuff. And when Ingo gets his quirk checked out, the doggies are amazed. He has amazing quirk. Manipulation. He has 3 quirks. Matter of fact, he has 5 quirks. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna make it 1 because I'm going to pit water manipulation and ice manipulation and the polar bear one, and the darkness manipulation and the panda and what else did I say? What else? I need some grizzly bear. I'm just gonna replace one of the quirks with tree manipulation. Ground manipulation, and the ground manipulation is going in the polar bear. He has a quirk called bear. He can transform into a bear, and he has special abilities as a bear. He has claws. Supernatural healing. Supernatural. He has heightened senses, heightened durability, and a growl that can shake a city if used to its best potential. Which is that going to erase that? So yeah. Then he just says, "What type of bears do I have?" Knowing that he's smart, he could guess. He knows the main 3: polar bear, grizzly bear, and panda bear. Panda's his favorite. And he said panda. He said yes. Grizzly, he said yes. And polar bear. He also say yes. I have a powerful quirk. I will become the #1 hero. And Inko says, "Wait, I want you to test his powers when he's in his bear transformation, because I want to know if I think what I think happened." They say, "Okay, which one do you want to do first, kid?" Panda. He turns into a panda bear and lets out a small growl, shaking the building. He says he thinks he gets his powers in his head. Darkness manipulation. He raises his paw with his claws coming out and shouts them in darkness and creates slashes. This ability that I'm going to call is Panda's up clawing strike. With the Jin Yang manipulation, he can create dark weapons and light weapons. No, yin yang. Yeah, in polar bear, and I'm going to yang to polar bear, because I think that's the white one. And I'm giving yin to the polar bear, and yang is going to stay with the thing, with the panda, and he creates dark armor and like Tokoyami. He's dark armor and also dark stuff. He says, "Wow." He turns back into a human. Says, yang manipulation, which is basically I can create dark weapons. And dark manipulation, I can just show my different parts of my body, and I can only do it one part at a time. Cause since I'm only 7, he turns into a grizzly bear and says he can speak. He says, "Let's go outside." They walk outside, specifically in a body of trees. He raises a paw in trees like wood, bark and stuff throughout his claws. And then he spins around and makes a circle. This move is going to be called. Oh, and the polar bear's armor is going to be called polar bear's armor. Panda armor. He spins around and making like green thing spin around him. This is going to be called the grizzly wood spin. Then he stops spinning, put his paw on the ground, then raises a earth golem. This is going to be called grizzly minion, and he can do a lot of stuff with the ground, like create things, weapons, like I did. What's it going to be called? Grizzly's protection. He turns into the polar bear and goes to a lake. And they go to the lake. He sticks his hand into paws into the water and lifts it up. And like does some waterbender type stuff. Bending the water, forming it, which is going to be called polar bear's pandemonium. No, it's not going to be polar bear's protection. Polar protection, yes. And then he forms ice out of nowhere and does some ice manipulation stuff. Strongest at a full moon. And here's where the reasons that each of the bears are strongest in. For the polar bear, in the cold with the water, like the Arctic. Grizzly, the woods. Polar bear, the dead of night. Which every night he feels the urge to go to go outside and transform into a panda. We time skip until he's 18, finishing high school, and no, let's go back. He goes back to school, telling everybody his quirk. They're saying that he's lying. And he says, "Oh, you really think I'm lying?" I don't lie about this stuff. Matter of fact, I don't lie at all. So, give it a charade. He forms a panda paw with darkness surrounding it, saying, "What was that?" Koski, angry Pomeranian, I'm just going to call him Bakugo. Bakugo walks up saying, "Your quirk isn't better than mine. My quirk is best. I'm going to become the #1 He says, I'm gonna stop you right there. You know fire can hurt a bear, right? But darkness can hurt fire. Wind, water, earth, woods, ice can hurt fire. Don't test me. He goes into a polar bear form. Partially polar bear form. And this is what he's going to look like. This. He's without the earrings and smaller, saying, "Don't touch me," with his eyes glowing white. Ah! Then Buck just steps away, saying, Hey, where you have all those powers?" He says, "I got them tested out yesterday. And they need to name my quirk. And I'm always going to name it Bear God." Oh, Koski, stop charade. You're being fake. I knew that people like you shouldn't be able to breathe the same air as me. I just had to force the smile because I thought you was going to beat me up if I said this. So, don't. Just don't. I already have enough on my plate. Gotta skip a grade to be able to say what I actually want to say. So, I'm going to just stay. And leave me alone if you know what's good for you. Baku just runs to his desk crying. Run out the room crying. Then we go back to him graduating high school. He says, "Darn it, I couldn't skip a grade because my mom said it will be too hard for me. I'll be in college right now, senior. Oh God." He goes back to his class, and the teachers give the same speech. Bagu gives the same speech, and then he looks at Deku, which going into his partial polar bear state, which is his worst fear, growling at him, shaking the city with a small growl. He says, "Bakugo, you really test my patience. I haven't had to do this for a while. A white spear formed in it. A white handgun formed, saying, Bakugo, please, don't make me hurt you. Stop being such a cocky mug. Just stop being cocky and arrogant. I will be good. And if you don't, I will have to." And then he says, "I'm just going to do a demonstration. Whatever I can do if I put the least amount of effort into my quirk." He aims his gun out the window, turning it into a minigun, turning it into a shotgun, a sniper. He aims out the window, trying to snipe a bird in the air. At supersonic speed, the bullet hits the bird. The bird goes flying down, crashing. He says, "Bakugo, no, just stop." Bakugo so hits Bridget. And I'm going to do this an hour if I want to. 30 minutes at most. So, when Deku was going home, he gets attacked by the sludge villain. He said, sludge, water, bear, polar, bear. He didn't get out of sync with his other bears. Because he changed with them a lot. Since he was 7. He's skilled in taekwondo. He's skilled in karate. And he's skilled in the soft palm. He's skilled in jujitsu. He created his own style. The bear technique. Wait, I'm going to show his other partial bears. Just imagine this without the bandages. And polar bear now. This without the shirt, and yeah. He has and now he turns into his partial polar bear state, which he does some water bending with the sludge villain, taking out his brain and squishing it in between his hands. And then he just sinks it into the ground. And when All Might appears, he says, "Haha, I am here." Where's the sludge villain? And Deku says, "Oh, All Might, what's up? I'm one of your biggest fans, and I don't actually know what to say. Other than I just handled it. I took him to the police. He's getting transported into Tartarus right now. He killed multiple people. Don't worry. Be sure." He said, young man, what is your quirk?" "Oh, my quirk? Bear God. I have special abilities when I transform into different types of bear. I can have partial bear states, which he showed them all, and I have full bear states, which he showed them all. He doesn't show him he didn't show any of his abilities. He says, and you may think that I off sludge villain. Oh, he alive. Somehow he from the sludge to be brain. Deku didn't look at the brain. It was sludge. He just squished it and sunk the sludge in the earth. When All Might jumps away, Deku jumps with him. He says, "Young man, what are you doing? I have a question. Can I be a hero with my quirk?" "Absolutely." In fact, he's thinking of giving him one for all. Then he shakes his head, saying, "I don't know if he's going to be a true hero." So, the same thing happens without him saying, "No, you can't be a hero." Instead of not, he'd say, "Yes, you can be a hero." And the explosion happened. Deku runs to the explosion, saying, "Bakugo and sludge villain." He was being careless and not looking if he actually destroyed the brain. And Deku just goes full bear. He growls, letting out shaking the street. forming his hand in. He's in a grizzly bear. No, he's in his panda bear form. He slashes down, cutting the sludge villain in three, not harming Bakugo. He rips Bakugo out and make sure the sludge villain shallows back together, which is the sludge villain back together. He grabs the sludge villain and explodes its brain, actually killing him. No, not exploding his brain, just knocking him out. I don't think he has a brain. He just got knocked out. He throws him over to the heroes and turning back to his normal, original state, saying, "Next time, protect your civilians." Which he walks away. Almost says, "Yeah, I'm giving this kid one for all." Whether it's just a matter if he accepts it. He meets All Might, saying, did I go a little bit overboard? I'm sorry. Just punish me real quick." He says, "No, young man. I came here to give you an offer." He tells him about one for all and all for one. And then, "Please be the nice successor." He says, "Okay." Plucks his hair because he's buff. Look at him. Imagine this 2 times buffer. Like he has a 12-pack. And Deku just eats his hair, and All Might just says, he's gonna die. He said, "Don't worry. You told me that I had to be buff, didn't you?" He showed All Might a glimpse. He said, "I'm sorry for doing that." Just let it digest, and when you have to go to the bathroom, just go. Then the power will start through you. And then Deku just said, give me your phone. Give me your phone." He puts the number in there, gives it back to All Might, puts All Might number in his phone, saying, "I'll call you when I feel one for all." And Bakugo is coming in hot. And when All Might leaves, Deku's walking, and Bakugo says, "I didn't need your help, loser." Then he just slightly turns around, saying, "Okay then, do you want to die? Do you want me to do this, Bakugo? Because I'm not afraid to kill. I wanted to kill that slug villain in the first place. I just didn't want to be a villain. Don't test me. And we'll be alright. And you're welcome." He walks away. 3 hours later, Deku's feeling more powerful. He feels his power surging through every part of his body. He calls All Might, saying, Boys, we got him." He calls All Might and says, "Yeah, I feel it. I'll meet you tomorrow at Dagobah Beach, because I wanted to clear that off. But